As the movie begins in the rough and crime-ridden neighborhood of Lambeth, Nurse Samantha, was making her way from a long day of work when she was suddenly accosted by a group of young black British men, led by the charismatic Moses, and including the tough and streetwise Pest, the quick-witted Dennis, and the fearless Jerome, and the intimidating Biggs. Despite her attempts to resist, Sam was mugged by the gang and left feeling vulnerable and scared in the dangerous streets of Lambeth. However, as the mugging was taking place, a mysterious object crashes from the sky and lands in a nearby parked car. Taking advantage of the distraction, Sam runs away from her attackers. Moses, intrigued by the crash, decides to investigate and orders his gang to stay back. As he approaches the car, he's suddenly attacked by an otherworldly creature, but with the help of his gang, he is able to defeat the creature. Realizing that this is no ordinary object, Moses and his gang hope to make profit by selling it and seek the advice of their local drug dealer, Ron. And Ron is a guy that lives in the same high-rise apartment as they do. Ron, with his expertise in these matters, listens to their story and offers them his guidance on how to best proceed. Ron and Bruce, a young zoologist, come across a strange creature while looking to buy some marijuana, and they both agree that it's a peculiar sight. Moses, who sells weed for Ron's boss and the owner of the flat, Hi-Hats, asks if they can keep the creature in the weed room as it's the safest place in the building. Hi-Hats agrees to this, but with a condition. He wants Moses to start selling cocaine as well, which Moses reluctantly agrees to. As the gang observes the city from their flat, they witness more of these strange creatures coming down from the sky in small ships resembling a shooting star. The boys each quickly go to their respective homes to gather weapons such as machetes, softball bats, cricket bats, swords, anything they could find, really. And Dennis is sent on a task by his father to take their dog for a walk, which keeps him in the dark. Two adventurous young kids, Probes and Mayhem, also make their way to the crash site, eager to prove their bravery and toughness. The gang encounters new aliens that are larger and have black fur, huge claws, and light-emitting teeth. In an attempt to escape, Dennis's dog is killed and the boys flee on their motorbikes and on foot. During the pursuit, Moses is captured by the police, but the rest of the gang manages to hide and watch. Sam, who's now in the police van, confirms that Moses was the mugger. However, two aliens attack and kill the police officers who were in the van. With the help of a large firework rocket, the gang successfully drives off the aliens. Dennis frees Moses from a holding cell in the back of the van, while Sam takes refuge inside to protect herself from both the aliens and the gang. Despite another attack, the three manage to drive off the van but end up crashing into Hi-Hat's car in the underground garage. Hi-Hats is furious, and as Sam runs off and the rest of the gang catches up with Moses, Hi-Hats pulls out his gun and they spot an alien. Despite being skeptical at first, Hats is convinced of the alien's existence after witnessing the alien kill one of his henchmen. Hats kills the alien with his pistol as the gang runs off. The group is once again being chased by aliens, and they frantically try to make their way back to the block. However, Biggs is left behind and forced to hide in a garbage container. During this chaos, one of the aliens bites into Pest's leg. As they near Sam's flat, they notice her entering and they force their way in. Despite her initial reluctance in telling them to leave, they convince her that they are now united against the aliens. With the help of Sam, who's a nurse, Pest's leg is treated and bandaged up. Just as they were starting to feel safe, an alien bursts through the front door, and Moses, who's been showing off his combat skills, quickly kills it with ease, leaving Sam thoroughly impressed. Recognizing the danger of being alone, Sam decides it's safer to stay with the gang and joins forces with them. Her being a nurse convinces the rest of the gang of the importance of keeping her around, just in case of injuries. And the gang agrees and they all move to the apartment of some neighborhood girls named Tia, Donnie, Dimples, and Gloria. Upon arrival, they are met with skepticism, but before they can even settle in, two aliens attack through the window. Unfortunately, Dennis is killed in the chaos. With quick thinking, Tia and the girls are able to kill one of the aliens with a lamp and a skating boot blade. The other alien was about to kill Moses until Sam came to the rescue, and she uses a kitchen knife and ultimately kills the alien. The girls quickly realize that the creatures are after the boys, and they make a daring move to kick the boys out and escape to the safety of the street. The gang and Sam decide to take refuge in Ron's safe room on the top floor, but their journey is interrupted by Hi-Hats and his two goons who start shooting at them. Despite being under attack, the gang manages to escape from Hi-Hats and his men. Unfortunately, Hi-Hats' two goons are killed by an alien while they try to hide in an elevator. Hi-Hats is able to defeat the alien and continue his search for Moses. The gang, now joined by Bruce, set off towards Ron's apartment. And along the way, they suffer a setback as Jeremy is killed by one of the aliens. And upon reaching Ron's apartment, they find Hi-Hats waiting for them inside. And just Just when they thought that they found safety, the aliens attack again, and this time climbing the outside of the building and breaking through the window. They manage to kill Hi-Hats, but the survivors, Moses, Pest, Brewis, and Sam, finally reach the safety of the weed room. Meanwhile, Biggs is still trapped in the garbage bin on the street by a persistent alien and phones for help. But his pleas for assistance are to no avail as the police, who are investigating the death of 2 officers, cornered off the streets surrounding the apartment building. The situation seems hopeless for Biggs until Probes and Mayhem come up with a plan to save him using their super soaker water guns, which they fill with gasoline. In a moment of quick thinking, they use the water guns to set fire to the alien, freeing Biggs from its grasp. As they regroup in the safety of the weed room, Brewis takes a closer look at Moses' jacket under a UV light and discovers that the first, smaller alien was actually a female who left her pheromones on Moses. This realization leads Brewis to understand that the larger black males are attracted to the scent, and the group comes to the conclusion that the aliens are blind and rely on their sense of hearing and smell to find their victims. As they take precautions to make sure Sam is not marked with the pheromone, she makes her way to Moses' empty apartment, and in a daring move opens the gas valves on the stove and quickly leaves the building to safety. Meanwhile, Moses and Sam have formed an unlikely friendship, and he tells Pest to return the ring that he stole from Sam, which Pest begrudgingly does. Moses, in a rush to escape the aliens, picks up the dead female alien and straps her to his back. He runs out of the weed room and back into his apartment, with the alien still in pursuit. With the aliens close behind, Moses enters the kitchen, throws the dead female alien on the ground, and ignites the gas by firing a rocket. And just in time, he jumps out of his flat, narrowly escaping the explosion that kills all of the aliens. Meanwhile, outside Moses' apartment, Sam, the girls, and Biggs are witnessing everything unfolding. They watch as Moses manages to grab onto a British flag hanging on the balcony, surviving the fall. The Metropolitan Police soon arrive, heavily armed, and arrest Moses, Pest, Brewis, and Ron. However, Sam steps forward telling the police that they actually saved her life, and in the back of the police's van, Moses and Pest can hear the crowds chanting their name. And in the closing scene, we see Moses feeling proud of himself, smiling at his newfound heroism, knowing that this time he did something truly great. And that is how our movie ends, boys and girls. I hope to see you on the next recap. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel. I will see you on the next one. Bye.